Bonjour and hello to each and every one of you. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make steamed buns. Now, steamed buns are loved all over Asia. You can see it being made so many different styles, so many different ways. There's so many fillings. There's so many types of dough. The consistency is all so different. So today I'm going to be showing you my version, how I like to make them. I did have a video on how to make steamed buns previously, but that one recipe wise was a little bit different. The dough was just all baking powder. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make it with yeast along with baking powder. So this one is a yeasted dough steamed bun version. So easy to make. This recipe is pretty straightforward and also very delicious. So I hope you can give this one a try. Other than that, let's go straight into it and I'll show you how to make it. Let's start by making the dough. So here I have my mixing bowl. I'm going to add in some active dry yeast along with some sugar to help activate the yeast. And then I'm going to add in some warm water. Temperature is around 100 to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Do your best not to use extra hot water because it will kill the yeast. And then give this a really good swirl. And then just let this sit for about 5 minutes to activate the yeast. After 5 minutes, you'll start noticing the yeast bubbling up to the top. And it should look something like this. That means the yeast is active. So at this point, I'm going to add in the flour. So the flour that I'm going to be using is the Red Lotus Special flour. And this flour is actually pretty easy to find. You can find it at almost every Asian grocery store. I found it at my local Thai and also Vietnamese grocery store. If you can't find this special flour, you can also buy it online. And this flour is great to use for steamed buns because it is finely milled. The flour is super soft and very refined, so it'll create a very soft and fluffy steamed bun. So if you could find the Red Lotus Special flour, I highly recommend using it for this recipe. I'm going to add this straight in along with some sugar, salt, and baking powder. I'm going to place this onto my dough mixer with the hook attachment and then start mixing. Turn on the mixer and allow this to mix for about 30 seconds until you get a shaggy dough that looks like this. At this point, I'm going to add in some vegetable oil. I'm going to mix this for about 10 minutes and reduce the speed of the mixer just a tad bit. Now, if you don't have a mixer, you could definitely hand knead this. It'll take you about 10 to 12 minutes to hand knead it, but you should have a nice smooth dough that looks something like this. I'm going to remove the dough and place it onto my board, and then I'm just going to finish kneading it with my hands to get it really nice and round. Once it's smooth and rounded out, I'm going to place it back into the bowl that I mixed it in. Just spray it with a little bit of vegetable oil and then just plastic wrap the top. Allow this to proof and double in size for at least 1 hour to 1 hour and a half. I do like to let it proof in my oven. Just make sure that the oven is not on. The only thing that should be on is the light. The light just allows to give a little bit of heat so that the dough can proof. While the dough is proofing, I like to take this time to make the filling. So the filling is going to be a pork filling this time. You can use any type of protein you like, but pork is probably my favorite. Into a bowl, I'm going to add in some ground pork along with some sliced green onions. I'm going to add in some diced yellow onions as well, and some wood ear mushrooms that I finely diced like this. Now you can already buy hydrated wood ear mushrooms and chop it up, but I do like to use the dried ones. I'll just take a little bundle of this, put it into a bowl along with some warm water, and just let this hydrate for about 30 minutes to an hour until it looks something like this. Give it a really good rinse before you chop it up into really fine pieces like this. To season, I'm going to add in some salt, black pepper, some fish sauce. Totally optional, but I do like to add a little bit of sesame oil and some oyster sauce. And then just give this a really good mix. I do like to individually portion these into 12 equal parts using a scooper. Once I portion it out into 12 equal parts, I do like to cover it and then place it into a fridge and just take it out whenever I'm ready to use it. I'm also going to be adding some slices of hard-boiled eggs. So I just took about 3 whole eggs and just boil it and slice it into quarters like this. You should have 12 equal pieces. And then I'm also going to be adding some Chinese sausages that I slice into pieces like this. You can slice it as small as you want, as big as you want, and as thick as you want. It's really up to you. And just have that ready on the side. After an hour, the dough has proofed and doubled in size. I'm going to punch out all the air pockets and then remove the dough and place it onto my board. I like to roll it out a little bit nicer so it'd be easier for me to divide it and cut it. I'm just going to use my bench scraper and cut this in half, and then just individually cut them and portion it out to about 64 grams or up to 65 grams. We'll probably have a little bit of leftover dough, so that's totally fine. Just divide it amongst all the pieces and portions that you cut, and you should have about 12 portions. So for each portion here, I do like to flatten it and then just tuck and roll as I go like this. Turn it and then tuck and roll again, and using the palm of your hands, just work around the dough until you get a really smooth and rounded ball. Go ahead and do this to all the portions. At this point, I'm going to cover this with a damp tea towel and allow this to proof for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we're ready to roll them out. So with a rolling pin, I do like to flatten the balls out like this. And then once I get to this point here, I like to just flatten out the edges of the circle here and leave the center a little bit thicker. So as you can see here, the center is a little bit thicker than the outside here. And we're doing this just so we have an even distribution of the dough as we fill it and crimp it. Go ahead and add in the pork filling. I do like to add about 2 slices of the Chinese sausage, a slice of egg right on top, and then crimp the sides of the dough up to the top here. I do like to tuck it in and press as I go so that it's nice and tucked in. And then once I get to the very end like this, I'll just make sure it is completely sealed and just twist it as you go to help make sure the bun is completely sealed. And this is what it looks like. I like to place them onto parchment paper that I cut into squares and then place it into the steamer. Try not to overcrowd your steamer because they will double in size. Go ahead and cover this with the lid and allow this to proof for about 30 minutes before you steam it. After 30 minutes of proofing, they're ready to steam. I have some boiling water going. I'm going to place the steamer right on top and allow this to steam for at least 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, go ahead and turn off the heat and allow this to sit for 5 minutes before you open it. Do your best not to open it or else the steamed buns will collapse. After 5 minutes, let's go ahead and take a look at the steamed buns. And here we have it. Steamed buns are amazing when they're fresh off the steamer. The dough is soft and fluffy. The filling is nice and juicy. So I highly recommend using the red lotus special flour for this recipe. You'll get a really fluffy, really soft and white bun that when you eat it, it actually does not stick to the roof of your mouth. So yeah, if you take a look at this, it's super fluffy, very soft, and steamed pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this in half so you can take a look at what it looks like inside. And take a look at that. This is what it looks like on the inside. The pork is cooked all the way through. You get a little piece of Chinese sausage on both ends and a little bit of hard-boiled eggs. It is nice and juicy. The bun is super soft and fluffy, slightly sweet, and goes really well with the filling. But if you do want to make this without any filling and just want to make the bun by itself, you can definitely give it a go. It does steam really well. Just roll it into balls or any kind of shape you like. Steam it the same way. They're so soft, so fluffy, and goes really well with some hot soy milk, or you can also dip it in some sweetened condensed milk. If you end up making a big batch and have a lot of leftover steamed buns, let it cool, wrap it in some plastic wrap, and it can sit in the fridge for at least 4 days. You can also put it in the freezer up to 3 months, and then whenever you want to eat one, just warm it up again.
And that is it for today's video. I hope you can give these steamed buns a try. If you do want the full written recipe, it is on my website. I'll put the link down in the description box so that you can give it a go as well. Other than that, I'm going to go and share this with my family, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!
so soft, delicious.